CIJR was built on a wing and a prayer and the determination of Fred Krantz to make it into the organization it is today. When I started writing regular columns for the National Post, I found myself more and more drawn to the topic of corruption of academic integrity on Western campuses, and my gratitude to CIJR grew in direct proportion to my disgust with the metastasizing pathology of anti-Israel obsession on campuses everywhere, and my frustration on behalf of beleaguered pro-Israel students who wanted to push back against the hostile current but were not receiving the kind of community support they needed to feel well-armed for this very lopsided battle.
Never assume that people know what you know. As a matter of fact, many people don't even know what they don't know about Israel. If you forget where you came from, you're going to lose your way. No matter how certainly you feel you're moving, you will lose your way if you forget where you came from. You can't assume people know what you know about where you came from. You have to be always ready to talk about with pride and promote where you came from. The people who drive the BDS movement, there are the serious anti-Semites, they know all this stuff, but they're just luring other people in with stories that are not true. So you have to know and promote, not just where you're going, but in fact, where you came from. Folks, we need to continue, and Israel needs to continue to work, to stand tall, and to speak clearly. And we as Canadians need to continue to send the message that Israel will not stand, walk, or speak alone, but we will be there side by side. Thank you very much for
Mr. Day, on behalf of CIJR, I'd like to thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to grace us with your presence.
I always have very fond memories talking about Israel with my grandpa and with my girlfriend Sonia. And I think I'm fairly knowledgeable about the conflict. And that's due in large part, again, to the values that my grandpa has instilled in me from a very young age. And I think it's telling that while the various people in my family have developed very disparate political views about a lot of different issues, we're all very united about being strongly pro-Israel and being active in supporting a democratic Jewish state. So with that in mind, Grandpa, I would like to present to you the Lifetime Award of Honor.
I am very moved by this honoring of Lenore and of myself. It's not just me, it's Lenore. Without Lenore, I would be a quivering mass of jelly, believe me. And I think Barbara understood that fully in presenting this. She is the other Professor Krantz, by the way, Professor K, very much so in her own right. And I want to accept this award in our names, Lenore and me, only because through me you are honoring everyone in this room and many others who are not in this room, not with us any longer, all of whom have made CIJR possible. I haven't made CIJR possible. I think I worked as a catalyst, but it is a raft of people, scores of wonderful people who have helped this independent organization, first to survive in my basement, and then to grow and develop and to reach the point today where it's a powerful juggernaut which actually employs 4 people. And a few volunteers, like Baruch Cohen and Jack Kinsler and myself. What are we bound together by? We're bound together by an ahavat Yisrael, as Barbara mentioned, a love of Israel. It's a love of Israel which transcends politics, where people on the left, people on the right, who come together, whatever their politics, to defend Israel here in the diaspora and to defend Israel generally. Whether we're religious or not religious, whether we're religious or secular, we work together here in the interest of Israel and the Jewish people. To be a Jew today, whether you're religious, not religious, left or right, you support the Jewish people. You support the miraculously reborn Jewish state. You don't give posthumous victories to Hitler and the murderers. You build up, you support. Jewish life, Jewish history, the Jewish world, we Jews are part of an ongoing history, a community, a civilization. And that's what this entity, CIJR, now with its American wing, AIJR, represents. And I think we've done on rather slender resources, over 27 years, a fairly credible job.